Welcome back to Football Daily. It's lovely to have you. The Premier League is back this weekend, and so we're here to talk about the absolute fantasy football must-haves in association with Fantasy Football Exchange. With FFE, you can put your money where your mouth is and play for more than just points every weekend with weekly, monthly and season-long leagues. We have set up our own Football Daily League, so if you think you've got what it takes to win a share of the cash prize, find out how to join our league in the description below. Adam's here. Adam,
Hi.
Who would you get in your fantasy football team?
Well, that's a good question.
That's why I asked it.
Starting goal. Got a starting goal, obviously.
Build from the back.
Exactly, yeah. So obviously points for clean sheet, points for saves made. So you need to go for a very solid goalkeeper. I'm thinking top 6.
Yeah.
I think you've got to discount David De Gea though. Man United's defence leaves him a bit exposed.
Yeah.
Same thing with Tim Howard. Everton got the worst Premier League defence at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe Courtois, but he might be a little bit expensive. Save your Chelsea picks. You get 3 picks from each team. So my pick for goalkeeper, number 1 goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris.
Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, I think he's a very solid option.
Then they need a solid backline sitting right in front of them.
They do indeed. So the first pick, I think your first pick for defence has got to be, again, rock solid, top 6.
Someone who's hard.
Someone in the top 6. For me, I'd go for Branislav Ivanovic.
Why?
Because Chelsea have probably got one of the best defences in the league, so there's going to be a lot of clean sheets there.
Yeah.
Also, Ivanovic is going to score a goal. He's already scored 2 so far this season. There's probably much more to come from him. So he'd be the one I'd sort of splurge the money on, as opposed to, say, Terry or Cahill, who might not necessarily get the goals. Azpilicueta is probably a reasonable option, but he's not going to score the goals either. So
What
I'd go
about
for him, or a City defender, Maybe someone like Zabaleta, Kolarov, Clichy. They're probably pricey, but they're going to get you assists as well as clean sheets, I'd say. So in terms of more reasonable options, I think Nathaniel Clyne is a great shout.
Goals.
Goals.
Good system.
He scored. He scored against Arsenal in the Capital One Cup. He's got one in the league. I think Southampton have shown they kept 3 clean sheets this season. They're conceding less goals this season under Ronald Koeman. So I think Nathaniel Clyne's a great shout for me.
You see, that's the problem, is you can't really go for someone like an Everton or a Liverpool because their systems just aren't
They're not going
well.
to get you points.
That's really
it's all
frustrating.
about points, Laurence.
It is all about the points.
In FFE.
What do you get points for as a defender?
Clean sheets and goals. If you score a goal, you get an extra 6 points, which is...
So you want a goal-scoring defender?
Exactly. You need someone who's got at least a chance of scoring a goal.
But then you've also got to look at someone like West Ham.
West Ham, yeah.
Yeah.
James Tompkins, Winston Reid.
Winston. Should we go a little bit further down the pitch and go midfielders? But let's start with defensive midfielders, because I think this one's interesting.
Yeah, so you get, in FFE, you get extra points. Fairly awarded for defensive midfielders if they keep a clean sheet. So again, going to fall back on Southampton. So Morgan Schneiderlin, defensive midfielder. As we said before with Nathaniel Clyne, Southampton have kept 3 clean sheets this season. Yeah, he's a very good pick. I think someone like Gylfi Sigurdsson as well.
He's done well in the international break as well. Yeah,
he's bang on form for Swansea. Scored a couple of goals. He's going to get assists. Chadley is a good shout as well. He's inexpensive. He's Tottenham's top scorer. He's got 4 goals this season. So yeah, I think they'd be my sort of reasonable picks. But then of course there's the must-haves. Yeah, the absolute must-haves. Cesc Fabregas. I think almost everyone has got Cesc Fabregas in their fantasy football team. He's got 7 assists already this season, which, as we said last week, is more than all the Arsenal midfielders put together. So I think he is an absolute must-have. And also in FFE you get bonus points for man of the match between 1 and 3 points in FFE. So I'd say he's expensive, but maybe Angel Di Maria. So he's played 5 games already. He's got 3 goals, 3 assists. People are saying already he's the best player in the Premier League at the moment. So I think he's someone, although he's going to set you back a hefty amount, he's going to get you points almost worth every week. Yeah,
but that's why you pay the money, isn't it?
Exactly. So him and Fabregas, I think, are the absolute must-haves. Schneiderlin there's your defensive midfielder, and then there's people like Chadley, Sterling, Sigurdsson, people you can sort of fill out your midfield there with.
Should we move to the strikers?
Let's.
Where are the points coming from?
There is one obvious name that you just have to put in that team.
Luis Suarez. Damn it.
That was last season, mate. It's Diego Costa. So he's scored 9 goals in his first 7 games. Again, he's someone who's in every single person's fantasy football team. You have to have him.
You have to?
Yeah, you have to have Diego.
Do you not think you have to, in fantasy football, in order to win the league, you have to be willing to take some risks? Diego Costa is your solid, then you need a risk.
Exactly. The thing about Diego Costa is he's on fire at the moment. You need to get him in now.
While he's on fire.
You need to anticipate when his form will drop at some point. There will be a couple of games where he doesn't score. He's someone you have to have in your team now. Over Christmas, he's probably, you know, if his hamstrings hold up, he's going to get some goals. I think in terms of more reasonable strikers, I think Graziano Pelle, Southampton.
Yeah.
4 goals. He's a great shout to get in your team. Southampton, a lot of Southampton players. Just also so good, yeah.
Because they're cheap investments, but good return on points.
Exactly.
Right?
Another one is Leonardo Ulloa for Leicester.
That's a good shout.
He scored quite a few goals. He's going to be pretty reasonable as well. West Ham as well, strikers. You said Enner Valencia.
Sacco.
Yeah, they're going to get you points. They're good going forward this season, West Ham. They're a lot more committed to their attacking football by the looks of it. In terms of other strikers, I mean, it's difficult. There's not been many people who've sort of blown.
Daniel Sturridge is coming back.
Daniel Sturridge coming back. He's going to make a big difference for Liverpool.
Falcao?
Yeah, he's going to be expensive though. So you can only really have one super expensive striker, and it has to be Diego Costa.
No, you don't.
Well, you know, it's up to you how you balance your team. But for me,
normally just go super, if I was, I'd be really stacked up top. So there you have it. There are the players we'd pick for our team. If you think you can do better, put your money where your mouth is and join our league to take us on. All the details on how to join are in the description below. Thanks to Adam.
That's right.
And FFE, Fantasy Football Exchange. Until next time, that's Fantasy Football.